Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Danger Zone Podcast, episode 15. Sorry we haven't put one out for you in a bit. I was out of town enjoying sunny-ass California away from all of the bullshit rain of the East Coast. Hurricane Flo or Tropical Storm, wherever she ended up being, was an asshole. So I fled. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go see the nephew, yo. So I did that, but we're back. And here you go, episode 15. We're going to keep this intro super short. If you're liking what we're doing, please subscribe to our channel or share to your page so other people can listen. We enjoy the hell out of you, and thank you so much. So let's get this shit going. I said record instead of click. It actually kind of threw me off.
Yeah, no, it's
weird.
Cool. I was able to put it together. I mean, you know.
It threw me. I was like, oh, wait, what's happening right now?
Yep.
So 1 foot off the bar stool is going to be the
bar stool, and 1 foot in the grave.
Oh my God! All right, copyrighted. Yep. Nobody fucking steal that shit. That's a platinum record. Dude, right there.
That's the hook. I mean, next song.
God, how did we just do that? You just did it. I didn't do a goddamn thing.
Well, see, me and Zoe have been practicing our rapping, our gangster rap, battle rap skills.
Is this the Eminem phenomenon that's kicking in to just everybody right now?
Oh, I don't even know anything about that, to be honest. I'm so unplugged from pop culture.
Dude, apparently you're on the pulse.
Oh, am I?
You are. You had no idea, but Eminem came out with some fucking surprise album, and I basically was just calling out rappers and starting little rap battle feuds and shit. And
okay, right.
Other people have posted things. Apparently,
I knew he had an album out. I didn't know anything about it. I saw the cover and I was like, man, that looks like the fucking Beastie Boys album.
Exactly. That's first thing I thought too.
That's about as far as I got into it.
Yeah, I decided to go on Facebook recently, which was odd for me, but I just dove into it. I dived into it head first. It was mostly for podcast webpage shit, but then I switched over to my page like an asshole and saw some, I don't know, Eminem and some other rappers that apparently exist.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was I saw the I tagged you in it. Who was it? It was Diane Ward.
Oh yeah, that's what you sent me. Okay.
Yes, and I was like, fuck yeah, Ninja. I was like, hell yeah. Dude is hilarious.
Okay, so that's who he's starting shit with is Ninja, or one of the people.
But it was like, I guess I have no idea what Eminem said about a fucking thing. I just saw Ninja respond.
But that's been his thing, his entire career. Is just calling everybody out for everything. That's I don't know why that's a big deal. That's what he does.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't know. And then
he's fucking thrown Dre out there a couple times, who is clearly his mentor, or at least in a certain aspect, because he brought him up into the fucking mainstream and made him who he is as far as the popularity and the exposure.
100%.
I mean, not taking away from his own skills and hard work, but as far as getting you out there, he got him out there, and he's still throwing a couple little shots and songs at Dre. So that's his thing, man. Whatever.
That's getting the biggest fucking publicity bump you ever could have by being having Dr. fucking Dre produce your first album or whatever, his first real EP. You cannot do better than that in the fucking rap world.
Yeah. You know what? For some reason, I thought you were going to go to a different metaphor, completely different, and go, it's like having Dr. Phil promote your book on his show. And
the Oprah. The Oprah Book Club, bro.
But Dr. Phil on his show, that's the most anticlimactic example you could have ever thrown into that. So...
God damn you, Dr. Phil and Oprah.
Ugh. Yeah.
What was that book? 1,000 Little Pieces or some shit?
The dude that made that shit up?
She had it on her book club, and then she was like, oh, this isn't fake. He's like, nah, I just wrote that shit. That's a book.
At least he copped to it, kind of,
Well, my thing is, if it helps people, who gives a fuck if it's real or not? That's life all the time.
No, that's valid, man. That's valid.
right?
And
Oh,
didn't
it
she have
wasn't
him
real.
on and like
Shut
just
the fuck up.
grill him, and like the whole audience was like shaming him for
Yeah, she like berated him publicly, which I'm like, God, come on, man. What?
yeah.
Whatever. What? I
That
don't
was
know
about the
what the fuck
last
the
time
book
I
is
was
about.
in touch with anything pop culture, other than standing in line at fucking Walmart to get like 2 or 3 items at once, and I have to stand there for 15 minutes looking at the Us magazines and the
100%.
Enquirer or Entertainment Today or whatever the fuck, and I just see the covers, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know who the fuck these people are. I read the names, and
No.
it's like so and so and so and so escaped to a secret hideaway, but they all their pictures are staged fake paparazzi photos. Like it's
Can we be honest for one
yeah, yeah,
second? Sorry, everybody that's gonna get pissed at
okay,
me.
yeah,
Fucking the only reason those things exist are because women buy them. There's no way that shit is staying in publication if it was up to men. There's no fucking way.
yeah. I mean,
There's like a
there's
handful of gay dudes that's buying them, I'm sure. And then 98% of the women, they're like, I need to know what the new princess is doing or
yeah,
whatever the
it's
fuck. Like, get
gossip,
out of here.
tabloid stuff. Like, I mean, everybody likes a certain flavor of it. That flavor to me definitely appeals to the female market for sure. I agree with you.
Let's be
I
real.
agree with you. Yeah.
100%.
It's maybe like a 95 to 5% share
Yeah.
difference.
95 women, 5% gay
No,
dudes
no,
or
I would say
whatever.
3.5, like maybe 0.5% of like just confused, and then the rest are just straight guys that are like, you know what, fuck it, I like gossip, fuck you.
I like that
And
shit.
hey, you know what, whatever, it's cool.
I'm not saying I haven't read one. Like I've been at my mom's house or I don't know, somewhere and I've like thumbed through a couple pages of that shit cuz I don't know, why not?
Yeah,
But there's no way in hell I'm sitting there and spending however many couple of dollars on some
yeah.
tabloid
No, you couldn't
journalism
give it to me
bullshit.
for free. If at the checkout
Nah,
counter they
fuck
were
no.
like, hey, take one of these too, complimentary, I'd be like, no, no, I'm good.
In fact, I used to get a subscription sent to my mailing address because of somebody else that had some subscription to them. And I literally would take them out of my fucking mailbox and I'd sit them on top of the trash can. I should have just thrown them away. But I set it on top of the trash can thinking some person, probably a woman, would come by and be like, oh, I'll take this shit or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Though
it
I
wasn't
have
completely
been
garbage.
sitting in a doctor's office at time or two and like picked one up and thumbed through to the questionnaires, and it says, like, I don't know, which Taylor Swift song best fits you, and I'll do those and be like, man, that's not right, come on.
This is bullshit. No, man, I go full highlight or whatever. What was that magazine when we were kids? Is it highlight something?
Highlight.
Highlighter? Highlight?
Highlighter. That
Am I?
sounds something maybe.
Did I make that? I just remember I'd go to the page where it was the search and circle or whatever. Like, it'd be like, oh, there's a hidden comb somewhere and a toothbrush, and you have to find it. And you just pray to God that some fucking kid hadn't already picked it out and, like, circled all the hidden things.
I don't know. Sounds like
That's how I
the
live my
fucking
life.
menu at Denny's for kids.
Yeah. Well, kind
Yeah.
of. It was the kids' magazine version of
Hmm.
that. You'd see it at my doctor's office forever. Highlighting.
I don't know. It sounds something.
I gotta move past
I
it.
used to listen. I used to listen. I used to buy Gore magazine. Not like just the genre, but there was a magazine called Gore. It was like horror movies, things like that. Back in like the late '80s. I mean, I was like what 9, 10. And I loved those. They had with like Freddy and Jason and all of those. And yeah, and a couple comic
That's
books
pretty
here,
badass.
here and there. But I wish I had Fangoria. That's what it was.
What was it?
Fangoria, I believe it.
Fangoria?
Yeah.
Like Fangoria?
Oh yeah, maybe, but also like Fang.
Oh, Fang. Vampire
Yeah,
style.
but maybe it
Word.
was Fangoria. I was 10, and so maybe I was mispronouncing it, and it stuck.
I
But
have no idea. I've never heard of this shit. I was just trying to figure out what the fuck you were
yeah,
saying.
man. No, I've always been kind of odd and weird, But man, I really wish I had kept those. I had all the Elvira shit. Like,
Oh, what?
yep, I had the. My grandma owned a bar, and so I had Elvira, all the cutouts for the Coors Light, like around Halloween. Dude, I was like not even in junior high yet. I was in grade school, and I had Elvira cutouts with Coors signs and fucking all over my bedroom. Spuds McKenzie on a surfboard with Coors Light.
Dude, everybody is listening to this going, "Yep, okay, okay, yeah, this is explaining some shit
Yeah,
right now."
yeah, you know.
The more you know.
Yep.
Dude, apparently they're coming out with a new Halloween movie. They're resurrecting Jason
Voorhees.
for like the millionth time. I remember he went to space and died, and I think Jamie Lee Curtis is in it, but I saw like 10 seconds of a trailer. She looked old.
Well,
and
she is old,
kinda
man.
disheveled.
The first one came out, what, 78, 77?
No, I don't mean old like she's aged. Like they made her look like she went a little fucking nutty in the movie. Like her hair was all fucked up.
Well, yeah, no, that checks. If you have this
Right, no,
psychopath
exactly.
that can't die, no, that's Mike Myers. That's.
Oh, what did I say?
You said Jason.
Oh, my
No,
bad.
sorry. That's
My
all right.
bad. That's Hockey Mask.
Yeah.
I apologize.
It's cool.
Sorry.
Mike, Jason,
Michael.
like, white dude names, white dude serial killers.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think I thought Michael versus Jason in space, which is a thing that fucking happened somehow.
Yeah, I couldn't watch that crap.
I'm pretty sure I watched like 20 minutes of it. It was, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Garbage.
Garbage. So I just sat and listened to Elon Musk just spew out so much shit about the world, and it was fucking amazing.
Was it like entertaining amazing, or was it like informationally amazing, or both, or what?
It was both. I was laughing out loud.
Lol.
It's so preposterous and ridiculous. A spoiler alert. I don't want to give too much away.
I haven't listened to it yet.
You gotta
Don't give
listen
anything
to
away,
it.
man. I gotta listen to that shit.
No, I know. I'm not giving anything away, but people need to go check it out. It's like Joe Rogan Experience with Elon Musk is the most recent episode. So after you get done listening to this, go listen to that because it's fucking fascinating. And if you can, watch the YouTube video because actually seeing Elon Musk just makes it so much better.
Yeah. The only thing that I know that was spoiled for me, and so fuck you, I mean, I'll spoil it for you guys too, I guess, was him toking on a blunt during the podcast, which is amazing. Like, that's amazing. So therefore, I will watch the YouTube video just to watch that in all its glory. Joe Rogan and Elon just, blazing it up in the studio.
Yeah, I hadn't gotten to that part yet. I don't know if that was prior to the podcast or it comes later, but they definitely busted out like a bottle of whiskey 20 minutes in, and they were
that's
getting their drinks on.
That's the way to do it, man. That's
just being awesome.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Just being fucking awesome.
A little truth serum here and there, and then just talk about everything in the world for 2 to 3 hours. Yeah. That's a dream fucking Friday night for me. Just a couple people sitting around, just a little bit out of your mind, and just discuss everything from fucking black holes to the things on the ends of your shoelaces, whatever they're called, that everybody knows and then forgets and then learns again and forgets again.
I have no idea. What the fuck are the things on the tips of your shoelaces?
I learned it. I forgot it. I remembered it. I forgot it.
There's a name specifically for the little plastic thing?
Yeah.
Get out of here with that shit.
And people like to, be like, do you know what this is called? And they and show their intelligence by knowing the name of a obscure shoe part.
Shoe part. These are the circles that you just fucking live in, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's a thing.
Clearly, it wasn't important enough to remember, even though
absolutely not.
But it's something like eaglet or something fucking weird and stupid, and who gives a shit?
I feel like isn't eaglet? Isn't that something like where you're? That might make sense because that's like something where you're inserting something into like a circle, like passing through the eye of something.
In what language? What's the language of origin for that?
Oh, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'm just saying that sounds familiar, and I feel like that's kind of what its meaning is. People are screaming. Well, one person is screaming. The one person listening is like, "You dumb motherfuckers have no idea what you're talking about."
No, nobody we know knows what they're called.
That's true. Definitely not. They took that eaglet thing and me trying to rationalize it. They're like, "You fucking
aglet." That's what it's called.
All right, yeah.
No, I just looked it up. Googled it. Aglet.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. and then
I mean,
you
I'm
just
gonna
burn the
take that one,
trash.
man. That was close enough. I'm taking it as a fucking win. Fuck that.
No, that's good. You burn trash and it goes up in the sky and it turns into stars.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, is that a thing?
That's true. That's science. I don't know enough about it to dispute it, so I'm just gonna call it science.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Earth is flat. Trash turns into stars. Yeah.
You know,
That's
if
pretty
we
much-
could
that's
have a
where we're
fuel
at.
source, like a metal-based metal, fuel source.
You want to burn metal?
No, like like the most of the extreme propellants are metals that we burn for rockets and things like that. They burn at a higher temperature.
Is that true?
Yeah, man. Like, what do you think they shoot off like?
Like rocket fuel is fucking a metal
No,
that's been...
not rocket fuel. Like that's clearly something else. But there's what is the word I'm looking for? So when you fire off fire rockets
Sure.
for 4th of July, you're
Okay.
burning a fucking metal, right? It's not just dynamite. There's propellant. There's there's metal propellants that burn.
Are you talking
up.
about like gunpowder type shit?
No.
This is going off the
It's
rails. I don't
going
know
off the
what
rails.
the fuck we're
But
talking
basically,
about.
if you look into it, if you, the leading ideas as far as space travel and like travel into the farthest reaches of space aren't liquid fuel based fuel sources. They're metal based fuel sources because they burn at a higher temperature and more slowly, and they're less volatile.
So, okay. So I remember the last thing that I remember reading about this was that they wanted to use some sort of like ion propulsion system that once you get into the vacuum of space, there's no need to necessarily fucking haul ass forever because there's no resistance to anything. It's a vacuum. So you're just going to fucking go forever. So all you need is a steady, slow stream of propulsion, and then it'll just accumulate and it'll go goddamn forever, and it'll basically slowly pick up speed over time, and it'll, there's nothing fucking stopping it once it's in space.
Yeah, well,
until
even
it
in
hits some
space,
shit,
there is a
gets
small
some
amount
gravity.
of very, very small amount of friction caused by there's space. There's that's not space wind. What the fuck do they call it? They call it space wind.
I don't know. Are you going dark matter
No,
on me right now? Or are you
no.
talking about energy?
No, there's actual like currents and
like waves of things.
There's things happening in space. It's not a calm, frictionless, clear, unending, blackness that you can just float through. Things will slow down over a period of time, but
it's got to be like some insane amount of time.
for
though.
sure. And I mean, it depends on how close you come into different gravitational fields, and I mean, there's tons of variables. But the part that's hard is getting up to that speed. Like, we all know we can't, with our understanding of physics, we can't get to the speed of light. We can't travel at the speed of light. Theoretically, we might be able to someday get close to the speed of light, but physically, we can't travel the speed of light. So, I mean, that's the main problem with intergalactic.
Oh yeah,
travel.
that shit is so far fucking off. Like, get out of here. Didn't we just have the one? What was the rover that just passed? Like, it's getting close to exiting our solar system or some shit like that. I don't even know if that's true. Maybe it was like it passed by Saturn or some crap. But even still.
Oh, you mean the one that's like
to go,
off the freaking maps now, like out past?
Yeah, it's like just out
yeah.
there. Yeah. And then for it to even send signals back, it's got a delay of who the fuck knows how long. Somebody can math that shit. But like once we get information back from it, if they can communicate with it at all.
Yeah.
which I'm assuming is the whole goddamn point. Otherwise, or it just is floating out into space, and they're like, well, we did what we could with it. Now it's just space garbage. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know,
I'm not
man.
sure. I know
But
they. I just watched something and they were talking about they expect it to last another. What do they say? 5 to 10 years, which has already outlived its life expectancy by what 5, 10 years already.
I don't know. I mean, that's pretty. That's a good. That for it to even be able to send and receive signals, it has to have some sort of power source,
Yeah.
and that's a finite thing. So until they figure out how to, I
Yeah.
don't know. Can't they put solar cells on that
I mean,
shit?
I don't know, but I'm assuming that's what they did. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? I don't know. Damn it, we're way. Wow, we're way.
Yeah.
Over
We're definitely
abilities
in it over our head as far as topics, but no, it's fun to talk about. I love this stuff, and it makes me more curious. Even these discussions where I'm just kind of cobblestoning my thoughts and my understanding of these different disciplines of science. It makes me curious in a specific way. Now I want to go research, the different types of liquid metals and different propulsion techniques and things like that. You know what I mean? Like it generates more curiosity for me. So I don't mind going
Yeah.
off the rails a little bit.
Yeah. Even if we make up some bullshit,
Yeah.
theoretically, who knows? There's so
As
much
long
shit
as we
out there that's
say this
technically
might be
possible.
bullshit, but I think like we're good. Like that's I
Yeah,
mean, shit.
that's how we live through this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have heard a thing one time about this,
Yeah.
but definitely don't trust me. And everybody, I'm pretty sure at this point, is very aware of
Yeah.
that.
We've got similar memories. I think we remember most of things, not necessarily where we heard it, or exactly how we heard it, but we're pretty sure we once heard a guy say this. And
I heard someone far smarter than me say words somewhat
yeah,
in this order.
exactly.
Not
Yep.
sure. Grain of salt, people.
We're advanced parrots. That's what we are.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm like a couple steps above a chimp, just less warlike. Fucking chimps are evil, man.
They are. They are.
Like we did a good job. I mean, people are fucking terrible too.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like, I remember like thinking of AI, which is possibly the next evolution of whatever intelligence we have, and it's just gonna be like we look at monkeys or any stupid thing, like, well, I mean, we're just some warlike biological organism that's polluting and destroying things and doesn't give a fuck
Yeah.
and oh, we'll figure it out one day. It's fine. We got space trash and there's a goddamn garbage pile in the fucking Pacific
Yeah.
Ocean.
Have you
and-
seen the map
Oh,
of the
we like to
space
drop.
trash that's floating around the globe?
No,
Oh my
that's got to be
God.
fascinating.
So obviously NASA, and I'm sure other government agencies track all the debris that's just in orbit around, and it's insane. It is insane how much, and it's not just the satellites. It's like the trash that's floating around Earth, and it'll blow your mind if you just look at it like a snapshot of it.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine. You know what? Where's that space trash coming from?
Us from old satellites.
What do you mean?
From
Is that what it is?
a lot of it is old satellites that have been.
Is it satellites getting whacked by rocks
No,
coming into the atmosphere?
As
or-
I understand it, when most of the time, especially during like the Cold War era, after Sputnik was launched, and then the satellite sort of arms race,
Space Force.
Space Force, right, is a thing, kind of. But
Yeah, buddy.
because of all of the secrecy and the high tech and all that, what people would do was they would blow their satellites up when they thought their shelf life was coming to an end, and some
okay,
of
gotcha.
it would crash into the ocean or into their lands, but I believe
Some of them
if
get
they
caught.
couldn't calculate or force it to land within their own territory or whatever, because obviously there's a lot of variables in that go into that, they would just
Yeah.
detonate it. And so
Yeah, they'd have to decelerate it enough to take it out of its orbit and then make sure it lands somewhere or at least burns up enough to where the other nation can't
Yeah.
fucking run and grab
Yeah.
it and get whatever out of it.
So, but yeah, they would just
That makes sense. I
basically
mean, fuck it.
one way or another
Load
blow
up.
them up, and all that debris from thousands of these giant satellites and rockets and everything we've been sending up there for the last 40 something years, 50 years, 50, yeah, man, 51 years. What, Sputnik was 57,
Oh, bitch. Okay.
something like that though, right? It was 50, 57, 58,
Sure.
whatever.
Yeah, that's somewhere. It's somewhere
Yeah.
around there. I don't know. What, moon landing was in '69, so it had to have been at least a decade prior to that.
Yeah, was the moon landing in
Right?
69?
Did I make that up? Was it 67?
I
68?
thought it was like 63. I don't even know, man.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh,
All
okay,
right.
I got it.
We can't be taken seriously ever now.
Hey, at least
You know what's fucked up? So,
Ding.
besides the space trash, is all of the quote unquote near collision like asteroids and rock chunks that just fly around the
Mhm.
Earth. Look at a picture of that too, and that's fucking
No,
terrifying.
you're right, man. 69. And
Crushed it.
Sputnik
Boom. Was it in June?
July 20th, 1969 was
Damn
the space landing, and
That was close.
the looks like the Sputnik was 59.
Would you say 57? That's pretty. I'll give it to you, man. All right, so 10 years.
Okay.
I said about a decade before.
Yeah, no.
Crushed
yeah, we're not
it.
bad. We're getting it, kind of.
You know what? I take back everything we said. You guys can totally believe, at least 10% of the stuff that comes out of our fucking mouths.
Yeah, I would say like I would go
Gospel.
to like 50%, man. The other 50%, just Google it and.
Yeah, there are going to be some holes in our logic and our thinking.
Yeah.
Be like, it's hard. It's hard to regurgitate that
Yeah,
shit,
especially
man.
when we don't
I
know
was listening-
what the fuck we're talking about. Like as far as we just bullshit and go.
You're right. Parroting was like the best example of like precisely what
Yeah.
it is. Be like, I remember hearing Neil deGrasse
Oh no,
Tyson
wait,
say
sorry.
blah, blah, blah.
Sputnik was 57. The first Russian object to land on the moon was obviously unmanned, but that was 59. So
Oh,
Sputnik
wow.
was 57.
All right. Crushed it.
All
Atta
right.
boy.
Between the two of us, we know shit,
All
man.
right. We do. There's some knowledge drops that get fucking put out to the universe. You're welcome, everybody. Words are tough. Oh my god, I was doing something the other day and I cannot say what was it. Well, it doesn't matter. It was so ridiculous though. It was so ridiculous and frustrating. I don't know what was wrong with me. Oh god, I was typing out the word episode the other day. I think I told you
Yeah.
this. And I looked at it and it looked so wrong. I typed it correctly. But when you have those moments and because you just never think of it, you just
Yeah.
do it, and then all of a sudden you analyze it too much and you're like, this is totally incorrect. It looks completely wrong. How is this what it's supposed to
Yeah.
be?
I do that a lot
That's
with
a weird
with
thing.
guitar songs that I used to know without. I just would play them, and you go 10 years without playing them, and if you don't think about it, sometimes they'll just come right back. You might fumble through.
Yeah, that muscle memory.
But if you start looking at the frets and trying to remember it actively with your mind, remember it, not just letting it come out, you're all fucked. Like you're like, wait, what is? Wait, I don't remember this. But if you just kind of go for it, you have a better chance of stumbling onto the right, sort of the tracks or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it does.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, no, it does. My version of playing guitar is just such trash. It's such space trash right now. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like sewer water.
Yeah.
But
I'm like recycled sewer
But-
water. Like I
you've been filtered a time
yeah,
or two?
I can take like a week or so, brush up, and play a few songs.
That's pretty awesome. I just like doing it. I have no idea what I'm doing for the most part, but something about it. It's so nice. Whatever I'm making is not fucking music. I'll roll through chords and just strum along and try to create a pattern, and I'm like, it feels really good. Nobody should be around to hear any of
Yeah.
it because it'll be just catastrophic, but
Yeah.
it feels nice. It feels real nice.
I had an electric violin that I bought when I was in Iraq. I was
What?
going to learn, and I didn't want to torture everybody with violin, so I figured I'll get some headphones, an electric violin.
Getting electric, yeah.
And I wanted to learn more of like bluesgrass type stuff first. So I bought like a bluesgrass beginner DVD, and I actually learned a scale and a really really easy kids song. It was like Fiddler in the Hay or some stupid shit like that. But even the electric one, so we lived in the tents. It was just tents, and we would put our own curtains up between our cots to. That was our
Mm-hmm.
room. And even with the electric one, everybody could hear that shit. And after like 5 minutes, they would just come stomping in. Fucking stop that goddamn screeching! I'm like, oh man.
I did the same thing, like when I was out of boot camp and I was at DLI and I was living in the barracks, and it was the first thing. I went downtown Monterey to the little music shop on Alvarado Street,
Mm-hmm.
and I specifically bought an electric guitar so I could plug in headphones and I could just listen to it. I'm not torturing people with
Yeah, yeah,
whatever my terrible version of music
yeah.
was. But it was great,
Yeah,
man.
it's fun.
Plus, it was so much easier to use. Whatever, like fingering an electric
Yeah.
guitar is just
Oh,
so
it's
much
a lot
easier.
lot softer. Acoustics generally are tougher, and they're raised higher above the fretboard, so you got to press harder. And, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my little baby fingers were just screaming. My poor little pinky. He's like, we almost never get used. What the fuck? I'm like, I don't know,
Yeah.
bro.
Gotta get that pinky
I don't
down.
know. Yep. Sorry. Got to get that D chord. I don't know what to
Yeah.
tell you, bro.
No, I'm real
Oh,
good
wait.
at.
That's not even a D chord, is it? Now I'm just
Yeah,
making
you
things
don't
up that
use
are
a pinky
incorrect.
with a D chord.
That's not a D chord. No, I was using
You can use it with a
what is
G.
it?
I mean, there's a few different ways. But
Yeah. I was practicing Wonderwall, and it's like a lot of pinky and ring finger action holding down your
yeah.
whatever. Anyways,
Anyways.
you're welcome, everybody.
So, yeah, so we solved that problem. We fingering with the little
always.
finger. That's solved.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, which is something you rarely do.
Yeah.
But it's something that should be implemented more. Maybe definitely use your pinky to finger a little bit more.
it's a
Gain some
skill that
strength.
you might not ever need, but it's
good to
better
have.
to have that skill and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Truth.
You know,
Truth.
yeah.
That applies to so much
I
in
mean,
life
technically
sometimes.
everything, right? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty much all of the
except for
things.
STDs.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't.
Like, I can't
Just
like
in
apply
case.
that to like gonorrhea. It's better to have gonorrhea and
Just
not
in
need
case.
it than to not need it or to need it and not have it. Yeah, that doesn't work.
Actually, I'm really glad that you mentioned that, because for all the flat Earth people that are listening, they're going to take that and be like, you're right. I'm going to apply this to every little thing in my life. And they're like, maybe I should go get the clap. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a good idea, but Chris and Vince said that you should just experience everything just in case.
yeah. Especially if the Earth is flat, then I definitely think STDs are advantageous in your life experiences. So
Oh my God. I probably shouldn't say anything bad about someone who died, but what the fuck ever. No, I take that back. You can.
depends on who and depends
I don't
on
know.
what. But go ahead.
No, yeah. I remember, and I don't know if it's real because I just saw it for a second, but I think it was like MSN or something like that. Somebody fucking put out some news thing that some guy burned his goddamn house down trying to light his Nikes on fire.
Oh my god.
It sounds like an Onion thing, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure I saw it on a relatively legit news source, and I don't see how that it's totally plausible.
Oh man.
Totally plausible.
I'm really
And I
torn.
had a moment of like,
I want that to be a
I was
real
like-
story, and then I'm like, man, even for somebody that stupid, I don't want that's overkill
Exactly.
karma. Like, come on, there's a balance.
Yes, I said the same thing. I was like, all right, Darwin fucking crushed this one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's too far. That's too far. He's just, he's just not liking his Nikes, and yeah.
Here, I'm
Yeah.
looking this up right now. See if
I'm pretty sure it's real. I mean, there's a whole book dedicated to Darwin Awards of people that die doing just ridiculous shit. I think there was a movie that was produced that had like the little fake recreations of what actually happened and how these people died. There's some shit. Oh man, there's some good ones in there. Anybody that hasn't looked up Darwin Awards, sorry for any family members that may have lost someone to one of these kind of tragic accidents,
Yeah.
but it's fucking hilarious.
So the one I'm reading right now says there was a fake story going around about a guy.
Damn it!
Um,
Damn it!
Yesterday apparently is the story in Bartlesville, which I have no idea
No
what the fuck
idea.
that is. I'm gonna
No
guess
idea.
it's in the
It
South.
sounds like a place where that would happen,
Yeah.
though. I feel like in Bartlesville, you are most likely to light your house on fire, fucking trying to burn your Nikes.
Yeah.
It
I'm
just
sorry.
makes
I'm
sense to
kind of
me.
got caught up reading the
Damn it, not real. Well,
yeah.
oh well. Not gonna make the fucking book this year.
Yeah, some of the comments are pretty funny though. But it was a believable story, you know. So blah blah blah. And then somebody else said, "Let's see here. I'll believe what I want without your so-called truth, quote unquote, getting in the way."
Yes, yes. Truth is not always
Yeah.
truth, so that bitch definitely burned his house
exactly.
down.
Giuliani basically said that this guy burned his
Thanks, Rudy.
fucking
Thanks, bud.
fucking
Yeah, buddy.
the Nosferatu reject.
Dude, that's actually a good call. I've never thought that, but that's dead on.
Oh yeah, man! I can't believe he looks like.
That's never crossed my mind, and I've never heard it, but it's
How do I
perfect.
say this without being such an asshole? He looks
Nope,
like
bring the asshole.
Nosferatu with an extra chromosome, and
Like just barely.
just barely. Like, he's yeah.
Oh, Rudy. You don't have to be nice to fucking Rudy, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This guy. Was he on like his fourth wife or some shit? And
Something like
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't shit on someone for having 4 wives,
Yeah.
but I think it was the way in
one
which
of them was his
he
cousin.
did it.
It was like a second cousin, but apparently they didn't know about
Well-
it until afterwards. But
You got a fucking name like Giuliani, you're gonna fucking date at least a couple of your
yeah,
cousins.
and plus I might be getting him and Newt Gingrich mixed up. I apologize to those fine gentlemen if I did, but
They're not.
Yeah, I was sorry. That was ironic.
Yeah. Iconic.
Iconically ironic.
There you go. There it is.
But one of them cheated on their like second or third wife while they were like giving birth or something like that. Like they're all pieces of shit. They're all hypocritical, lying pieces of shit that leech from this country and pretty much deserve to live out the remainder of their days in abject poverty.
Yeah, which probably won't happen. But I was just thinking the same thing, and I couldn't remember if it was Newt Gingrich or Rudy Giuliani, so it's weird that you said that.
Yeah.
But I was thinking that one of them, like, publicly divorced their wife, like, at a press conference.
Giuliani.
And that was how their wife found out that they were fucking getting
That was
divorced.
Giuliani.
That's real,
Yeah,
right?
That was Giuliani.
That's a real thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Stand-up guy.
Yep.
Stand-up guy. You know, it's maybe, I don't know, is that worse or better than a text message
Ooh,
divorce?
that's worse, man. That's worse.
It's worse,
that's
right?
Way worse.
You get all your mom calls you, you're like, oh, you're getting divorced. Be like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Like, yeah, it's all over the fucking news.
Yeah, it's way worse. Any way that it happens
Rudy's
where
up
you're
there.
the last person to know, it's worse.
Right? Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. At least the text message,
It's
you're
chicken
finding
shit
it
for
out.
sure to do a text message. But,
Yeah. But you're finding
yeah.
out.
I mean, at least you know, maybe if they group text everybody you know all together, it's sort of equal.
That's a good
but,
one. That's a good one. Group text everyone in your contacts
Yeah.
list.
Yep.
Just so you know, it's over.
Oh man.
What? What?
And I'm leaving you for the nanny.
Yeah. Oh God! You Schwarzeneggered that shit?
Schwarzeneggered that shit. Trump that shit. God, how many people?
Wait, Trump left someone for a
So
nanny?
there was that report like that came out 3 weeks ago. So right after the National Enquirer, the head of the National Enquirer, God, I'm forgetting his name right now.
Stand-up publication.
Yeah, he agreed to cooperate with the investigation, Mueller investigation. Within a week after he announced that, it was that really bad week. Like, I mean, I know it's hard to
all of
all
the
of
shit.
the weeks, but that one week when it was like
Yeah.
Cohen and the National
Yeah.
Enquirer guy and Manafort was found guilty on all those counts. It was that week, but basically the head of the National Enquirer, who obviously you know about the catch and kill stories and the things they were doing for Trump and the smear campaigns against Hillary and Bernie at the end.
The National Enquirer?
Yeah. He was doing favors for Trump. He was buying stories and killing them. He was buying the rights, the exclusive rights, and not publishing.
Oh, okay.
So it was a catch and kill thing. He agreed to cooperate, and then right after that, the National Enquirer released an employee of the National Enquirer. I think he was like a front lobby type worker, but he apparently had knowledge of a child that was born out of wedlock with Trump and a maid, and they paid him X amount of dollars, but they let him out of the contract right after the head of the National Enquirer agreed to cooperate in the.
Oh, you fucked up.
But with there's so much going on. With any other president, that one story would have dominated for 6 months, and it's almost
but it's like a drop in the
lost.
bucket. Yeah, it's whatever.
Just,
I didn't know about
exactly,
it.
Right?
I had no idea.
You think you would have heard about it if Obama during his time?
Oh, goddamn Obama?
Yeah.
Dude, it took him fucking 6 years to still think that he wasn't born in the goddamn United States.
People still think that.
And Trump was one of the birther movement people.
He still won't admit it.
God.
He's never admitted it. Like, he's just kind of like, meh.
Yeah, you're right. All of Congress let some guy, especially on the Republican side, who they fucking despise, just roll through being president. Oh my God. But you're right. You know the truth. He was born in Kenya or wherever the fuck you think he was born.
Yeah, that's not no racist overtones there.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I don't get it.
Maybe.
I don't see what the.
I don't see race or color or any of those things. So, I don't know. Lost on me.
That's why you vote
Not
Republican,
sure.
apparently.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I often do.
But anyways, we promised that we would try and stay away from.
No more of that shit. Okay, so way off topic. Is it just me, or does anyone else get concerned that the guy at the fucking, the Halloween, what the fuck are they called? You go on Halloween, the haunted houses? Yeah. Is anybody else ever concerned that the asshole didn't take the chain off the fucking chainsaw?
Oh, yeah.
And just like, they hired some guy who went fucking nuts, and he's like, this is it. I'm going out. I'm carving everybody up. But I guess that's probably the appeal, right?
Well, no, I don't like that appeal.
But you have to be scared. You gotta think that there's the possibility of some psychopath that could have infiltrated the haunted house. Otherwise, you're like, it's all fake. Someone's gonna jump out at me. Who gives a fuck?
I don't know.
You gotta have some real fear in there, man.
There's fear, like haunted house fear, and then there's like, okay, I'm not scared that this guy is some kind of demon from the other side that happens to have a chainsaw. I'm scared that this guy, fucking Joe Sanchez over here, just wants to chop somebody with a chainsaw, like, and he's waiting.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to be like a possessed demon person. I'm just saying someone who's fucking psychotic and was like, look, Halloween's coming up. I think it's my time. Let's do this. You know?
No, I agree. That's not a Halloween fear to me. That's just an everyday life. Anybody that brings a chainsaw around me, I fucking want to get away. I want to stand my, keep my distance and be prepared to launch sharp objects at their face or whatever.
Yeah. You got to be faster than everybody else around you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to have a sacrificial person in your group at all times, just so you're like, I know if shit goes down, I can push this, I can get away. I don't want to push them into it, but they're fucked either way. I'm out of here. And sorry, bro, you should have been faster.
That's why the only cardio I ever do, honestly, is like 100-yard sprints.
Sprints.
That's all I do.
You don't need to run for 10 miles. You just got to outrun asshole next to you. That's it.
I'll do
bear attacks.
Maybe
whatever.
a mile and a half of sprints a week. Like, and that's all I need, and I'm good.
Yeah, I like that. That's it. And you know what? Chainsaws are surprisingly affordable. I had no idea how much a chainsaw cost. Yeah. I thought it would have been way more expensive than it was. What were you thinking? But our last house, I don't know, like hundreds of dollars. Our last house, I bought a gas chainsaw for like $70 at fucking Home Depot. It was amazing. It was the most fun I'd had for $70 in I don't know how long.
Wow, that's really cheap for a gas. I mean, I'm sure it was like the entry level stuff.
Oh, I'm sure it was a piece of shit. Yeah, for sure. You're not getting through, like, the blade was probably too short to actually get through, like, a real tree. I was taking limbs or whatever.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
Honestly, I just wanted to play with a chainsaw. Let's be real.
I probably should get one soon, but I'm still waiting on my fucking Elon Musk flamethrower. I'm starting to get.
It's not a flamethrower.
I know, not a flamethrower, a fucking flame torch, whatever.
Not a flamethrower.
Whatever it is, I'm still waiting on it, and I bought it 8 months ago.
Yeah, you said something like that.
It was January. I bought it in January, and I haven't heard shit.
You know, I didn't know that it was a limited production thing. That like they sold out in 4 days, and that was it. And that you can't get one now unless you buy it from some other asshole that's going to charge you $5,000 instead of the 500.
So what they announced it on Thursday.
I really missed out on
Friday. And by I believe by like Monday morning or Sunday night, the 20,000 were sold out, and I ordered mine.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Saturday night, and I was like 15,000 was like my number.
You told me about it, and I didn't know it was a real thing. I was like, all right, get the fuck out of here. You bought a goddamn flamethrower from Elon Musk. And turns out, by the time I realized it was actually a real thing, they were sold the fuck out, and my window of opportunity was gone.
Yeah. Well, first off, I mean, come on.
That's a good buy, man.
Why would you have doubted that?
It was something like so it was for his boring company, and he was just like, fuck it, we'll raise some money. They sold 50,000 hats at whatever a piece, and they raised $1 million. He's like, let's raise $10 million. And I won't get into the details of how it came to fruition because it's explained in the podcast that everybody's going to watch after this. And he was like, all right, $10 million, 20,000 units at 500 apiece. Boom.
Yeah.
Done.
So insert technical difficulties here, and so yeah, you missed the boat on the 20,000, which I don't blame you because there's some people at work that wanted them but they slept on them. But the question I have is people that know me that are surprised that I jumped on the fucking bandwagon as soon as I could with that, because flamethrowers are. I mean, come on, it's everything that's me. Samurai, I got a samurai sword next to my bed, and I have a fucking flamethrower hanging over my bed. Yeah.
Plus, you have like the swords from those dudes in North Dakota. Or whatever, right?
The zombietools.net. I got my crown bit knife last month or 2 months ago.
That's what we need. We need zombietools.net to fucking sponsor this podcast. Shout out to those guys. Yeah. Check it out. Those guys are fucking wizards.
Yeah, no, they make some legit fucking medieval weapons, man. And I'd just be happy for a fucking, hey, sign one of my next blades or something, like, Even though they're really cool because every time I buy something, they have like little handwritten notes and stuff thanking you for your patronage and all that. And they just seem like pretty cool dudes. They're like in death metal. All they do is make medieval weapons. Like combat ready
shit,
weapons.
Listen to death metal.
Drink PBR all day and listen to death. Or I think half of them are like in a death metal band.
Probably. I don't know. We've watched their videos, and I've watched their videos solo, and dude, they seem fucking legit. They look pretty awesome. They make some amazing goddamn tools.
Whatever they're doing, they're living their dream.
100%.
Yeah. So
100%. We always talked about the pilgrimage out to the farm. Just be like, show up, and be like, hey, dudes.
I wonder if people do that.
See this shit now. I feel like it's got to be a thing. Like, hopefully contact them ahead of time, and then just be like, hey, I just want to see the workshop, maybe how you guys do this shit, and I don't know. I want to buy one of them, or put one, have you make one, and let's destroy some
maybe
stuff.
Maybe if we contacted them and ordered a couple, and then said, hey, can we come pick them up in person? And
there you go. That's the move.
Yeah, right. And then just be like, come pick them up and say, hey, we'll bring a truckload of fucking PBR and we'll just sit back and,
that's all you need. That's it.
Some metal and get drunk off the worst beer in the world. And
people would argue that statement. Hipsters all around the world are screaming right now.
I mean, whatever. It's I stand by it.
PBR, brother.
Yep.
No, they don't talk like that. What did I just do? That wasn't a hipster at all.
Yeah, it was like a southern. There's southern hipsters, man.
Probably. You need to have like a curled up mustache, and I don't fucking know. That's all I got.
Yep.
That was the only thing I could come up with.
Overalls, some Crocs, and like curled mustache maybe, and some spoons to play on your knee.
I don't even know. That's a hillbilly hipster hybrid right there.
Yeah, dude.
They exist
I know
somewhere in a swamp.
we're just bullshitting this entire hour, but there's this lady that I saw on YouTube. I think she may have had or has, some methamphetamine type problems, just from physical
the teeth are a dead giveaway.
Attributes that when you look at her,
Yeah.
cracked out. But her spoon playing skills are on point. Like, it's worth watching her videos, man. I think she's called like the Spoon Lady, and she just, she'll have like somebody with a banjo playing, and she just plays the spoons and kills it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, look it up.
Good for her,
Spoon
man.
Lady.
Spoon Lady. Check it out. Methed out Spoon Lady.
She'll sponsor us too. She'll be an unofficial sponsor for the podcast. Spoon Lady and Zombie Tools.
Zombie Tools.
Go prep yourself.
Alex Jones.
Oh, dude got permanently banned from Twitter and something else, I think.
YouTube and...
Yeah, like permanently.
YouTube fucking booted him, right? Yeah.
Well, he had been on suspension, but Twitter just said, that's it. InfoWars, that's what it was. It was InfoWars and him, both permanently banned.
What the fuck? How in the fuck did they just now get to the point where they're like, it's too much? Was there just like years of deliberation that needed to happen before they did it?
Well,
like,
there's
no way he said anything. There's no way he said anything recently that was worse than a bunch of kids didn't actually die. Blah blah blah. Fuck.
No, I totally agree with you, but I think it came to a boiling point, and there was so much more attention was given to him over the years because he was doing things like that, in large part. But that as his platform got bigger and his voice got bigger, those horrible things he was saying and doing carried more and more weight. Like the pizza place that got shot up because of the pedophile ring that he, completely fabricated and put people's lives in danger.
So wait, are you saying that his content was prioritized because of an algorithm because he was gaining so much momentum, and then it was becoming more widely broadcast to people?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying that the algorithm favored him or not. I mean, I know that it does favor people that get more views and clicks and obviously and things like that. But what I'm saying is I think he just got so big, relatively to what he was at least, that they couldn't not take action anymore. They had to make something. And so they put him on like a probationary period. They put him on suspension, and he continued to spew his hate and garbage. And they said, all right, you're done.
It's interesting. I don't know, man. Like I feel like I'm kind of torn on this. Maybe I shouldn't be.
No, you shouldn't be, but I'm interested.
No. I'm trying to work this out in my head. Like, silencing someone because of their views and the shit that they say, I am sort of not in favor of.
Yeah, but that's not what they're doing.
Like, but they banned him from like Twitter.
From their social media platform. He can create his own website and spew all the hate he wants. He can go outside and scream at the top of his lungs all his hate and garbage. Nobody's silencing them or him.
Well, that was the thing, is I remember hearing somebody talk about how these things like Facebook and YouTube and Twitter should, even though they're obviously, I don't know, I guess they're publicly traded companies, but they're private companies or whatever, and they should have the ability to kind of do whatever they want, like, to some extent. I mean, we obviously have laws that don't let you discriminate against people in certain circumstances within like small business practices and stuff like that, but that they're such giant companies that they should be almost considered utilities. Like, everybody should have access regardless.
Sure. Like, I don't 100% agree, but I get where you're going, and I could be on board with that argument. But I would also say that You have to remember, there's no such thing as
I hate,
absolute free speech without consequences. Like, you can't yell fire in a
also
public
true.
place. That's illegal. You know,
True.
it's not protected under free speech. So just because he has a voice, like a physical voice, doesn't mean he gets to say whatever he wants. You can't threaten the life of the president. That's not free speech. You know, harassing parents of a mass murder and suing them and trying to gain clicks and publicity off that, I don't consider that part of completely protected free speech. I consider that harassment, libel, and slander completely.
No, I agree. And like I know I kind of like to play devil's advocate on shit like that, or maybe not even devil's advocate, but I like to try to look at the other side of things because my initial reaction is for most things like this is like, oh, that's wonderful. Is fuck Alex Jones. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Like he shouldn't be saying that shit anywhere. And yeah, if you own a company where he has a platform or he uses your platform to spew that hate, like, yeah, shut that shit down. Yeah. But like also the unintended consequences of this could be that it kind of bolsters his base of fucking crazy fucktards, and it almost could make him more prominent. Maybe that's not the right word I'm looking for. Do you know what I mean though?
There are some people that were kind of talking that maybe that's what he was trying to do, trying to get blacklisted from Twitter and these social media apps in order to become like sort of some sort of martyr for his, I don't even want to call him right wing.
Exactly.
He's like,
dude,
an insult to people on the right side of the political spectrum, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
He's just a monster. Yeah, exactly. So, but if you look at just the overall traffic, hits, mentions, presence on the internet, it's if that was his bet, it's not paying off. It's completely failing. So this was as of yesterday. I was reading an article about that being a possible reason why they kept going down this path, even after being warned and warned and warned. Trying to play that card, and then, sorry, buddy.
Yeah. I saw a video of him yesterday, and Marco Rubio had like a little press conference before some actual conference that he had to go to, and Alex Jones was sitting there just fucking right next to him, just talking over him the entire time, and he kept touching Marco Rubio like on the shoulder, and the little Secret Service guy was right there, and Marco was like, "Do not touch me again." I was like, "Oh man. Oh man, it's about to go down." I was waiting for the Secret Service guy to just fucking choke slam the shit out of Alex Jones, which would have been amazing. Because for everything that I say jokingly, about Alex Jones, and even me sort of defending the free speech thing, like fuck that human garbage piece of shit.
No, I know that, man. I think everybody knows that, but
obviously.
So yeah, I commented on that video on, I don't know, something. I found it pretty ironic that the first time Marco Rubio grew a spine was when somebody wasn't, donating to his campaign, and if Alex Jones just, gave him $20,000, he probably could have bought him for the afternoon.
Right?
No, seriously.
Yeah, like, who is this fuck? Who's this guy? Yeah, I mean, Alex Jones.
Why don't you say that to the NRA, Marco? Be like, hey, keep your fucking guns out of our schools. Nope, no, fuck that dude. Fuck Marco Rubio. He's he's got blood all over his hands.
Oh man, dude, we need to do a guns episode. I don't think we've done that yet. Have we done it?
I don't think so.
Dude, I guarantee we have it. All right, people, stay tuned. Y'all are that's gonna be coming up. Y'all are gonna be furious.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Some more hate mail.
Get some of that shit.
At least I'm inoculated. Is that right? Is that how you say inoculated?
I think I literally said in one of our recent episodes, like, if anybody in the comment sections wants to write, "Fuck you guys, you're goddamn idiots," I was like, please do it, man. It's cool. Like, say that shit.
Like, that'd be 1/5 of our total comments, so I'll take it. Hate comes with it.
Exactly. I know.
No,
Bring it, man. We'll set up a booth. I'll do the change my mind booth.
I posted on Twitter a picture of me with my my new Nikes after everybody was burning all their Nikes, and I was like, you know, fucking wearing my new Nikes to the gym, like, blah, 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 just kind of trolling people a little bit, you know.
Oh, for sure.
And like hashtag troops for Cap and things like that. And Josh actually posted his first tweet ever.
Yes.
Apparently he wasn't exactly thrilled.
Just roped him into it.
Just rubbed him a little bit wrong, yeah. He's like, I've never called you a libtard before, but god damn it, I almost did.
You're the most. Yeah, you're the most. I am so sick of people. I did it to my cousin recently, who's actually an avid listener of the podcast, so he'll hear this. But I wrote something like, I am so sick of fucking veterans being used as a general, like, consensus of don't just respect the troops. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you civilian fucks. Like, join, go do some shit, and then you can start speaking on your behalf of your veteran status. But leave me and the rest of us the fuck out of it. People are going to agree. People are going to disagree. But stop fucking using us as a reason to protest shit. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Leave. No.
I totally agree. That's what, you know, and there's nothing wrong with being proud of your service. There, obviously, that, you know, if you've done some things in your career, you've sacrificed, like that's, I totally get it. But my personal stance, like, I don't put any of my military affiliation really out there ever, on social media. You know, I don't have like Afghanistan, Iraq veterans stickers on my car. Jesus Christ,
yeah.
And again, I'm not saying there's something wrong with that. Like, especially if you you know, are like an active combat veteran and you've been injured in those.
Yeah.
Like, that's I get it, and no, you know, nothing but respect. But at the same time, exactly like you said, and I know people right now that are in the military that talk shit and about the U.S. like nonstop about. And I'm not talking about just Donald Trump, but I think that's spurred a lot of it for some people. And I mean, I've heard people say some shit that I'm like, damn, dude, fucking chill out. The U.S. isn't that bad. And these are you know, so my point is painting everybody with a broad brush for political gain or for points in, you know, is, it's inaccurate. It's fake. It's not genuine.
Yeah. And get the fuck out of here with that shit. Oh, well, no, we love the troops, so stand for the national anthem. Like, yeah, man, if you want to do that, then do that. But you can also honor us by being free to be free. And that's literally what this country stands for. Yeah. Anyways, whatever. All right. You know, we got to wrap this shit up anyways.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody go out, buy your Nikes. Actually, I just bought a pair of Nikes on accident. So.
Yeah, man. You're accidentally patriotic, and is that what it is?
I don't know. They're legit.
I think it's patriotic, man. I think peaceful protest is patriotic. So,
goddamn right.
Yep.
You have every right to protest in any nonviolent way that you see fit.
Yeah, man. You know what? And if you don't want to pay your fucking taxes, go and board a government seafaring vessel and just dump all their fucking cargo overboard. That's I like it. Nonviolent protest, right?
Sure, that's going to fall into some sort of category. I'm not sure that you want to be a part of it, but boom. All right.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
All right, everybody. We had fun. This wraps up this episode. Shit. We love you guys, and be good to each other. Shit. That's it. That's all for this week. A quick one and done. But we will be back next Monday on our regular schedule with some more goodness for you. Thank you so much to everybody that sat down and listened to us today. As always, we appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you so much, and we'll be back next week with some more fresh goodness for you. Until then, have an amazing weekend, and as always, please be good to each other.